Bitcoin just took a nosedive. We're talking about a drop in the last 24 hours that will make your bags sweat. But fear not, we're going to break down what's happening, why it's happening, and whether or not you should be concerned. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's jump down into the Bitcoin chart. Okay guys, let's start by talking about the elephant in the trading room. Bitcoin's price rejecting from the 50-day simple moving average. As you can see, we had many different tests on the 50 SMA here on the daily time frame. The first one was the 15th of April, where we did see a clean rejection from the SMA. We saw a move to the downside of 10.75% during that moment of volatility. We had another attempt, or the bulls had another attempt at trying to push their way through that 50-day SMA. It actually had 3 attempts here, and you could see that we got clear rejection. Okay, on the 22nd of April, the 23rd of April, and of course the 24th of April. So far, since rejection up here, we have seen the price move down 7.69%. So we do know that the 50 SMA, 50 EMA, and 200 EMAs have historically been pretty good for predicting Bitcoin's price action, specifically when it comes to either a breakout or a breakdown. And as I was talking about just a few days ago, this would have been a fantastic short opportunity, with the idea being that the stop loss is just above that 50 simple moving average and profit is going to be down at these lower ranges. Good risk reward ratios of well over 4.8, and again, good ways to kind of grow your trading bags. Now, obviously, as I have said many times before, and I'll say it again, if I am to be trading, I'm going to be trading on BitGet or Blowfin. Both are my go-to exchanges when it comes to cryptocurrency trading, specifically when it comes to leverage or to spot. Ultimately, these are 2 of my favorite exchanges. I find them very easy and intuitive to use. So if you haven't already signed up to them, what are you waiting for? Check it out. The links are in the description down below. Could this price drop be the start of a major correction, just like Elliott wave theory patterns are predicting? We're cracking open the wave analysis, exploring the potential price targets and asking the question, is this the end of the bull run or another twist in the crypto roller coaster? So as we can see, we do have the obvious lower highs and lower lows going on here, but from an Elliott wave theory point of view, it doesn't actually look all that bad. We have completed a standard 3-wave correction right here as predicted. I'll show you where we were targeting out. That we were targeting out basically $60,000 to $57,000 just in here, and that was our yellow box right there. Okay, so we know that we tapped into here very briefly and we started to see this move to the upside for BTC. Now this move to the upside, we might actually start to see a bit of a move back to recovery very briefly before we start to actually go back down again. We aren't going to be talking about $70,000, but I do think 68K is an area of resistance for focus. I'm going to draw on Elliott wave theory targets right now for this next move to the upside based on its existing low. But if we go down lower, it will of course lower the target range as well. So at the moment, our target range is basically $70,000 to $72,000, and it would again be a new lower high. Okay, so we want to be aware of that. It will be a 3-wave corrective pan coming in just to this high target. Now, of course, with this would be an additional 3-wave rejection from here, and I would expect us to come down even deeper. Okay, that move to the downside, in my opinion, would be if we can hit $70,000. Will be a little bit deeper here. I will predict out $53,000 to $56,000, and I'll draw in a yellow box area in here as well. Okay, this essentially will be a 3-wave pattern in total, and it was very corrective. A W, X, and Y. Okay, so I know that Elliott wave theory can be a little bit complex. Okay, it can kind of be shocking. It can be a little bit hard to get your head around at times. But one of the key takeaways from this analysis, whether you understand Elliott wave theory or not, is that this is known as a short-term correction. We have an overlapping nature of the candlesticks. These are all telling us that there is no trend to the downside to be seen here from an Elliott wave theory point of view. And everything is actually gearing up for just your standard healthy correction in the crypto space. A little bit of a run back to the upside, liquidating the shorts, and then a big move to the downside, liquidating the longs. It will remain true to everything else that we've been talking about in terms of expecting lower highs and expecting lower lows, right? These are going to be the things to expect, but this is a continuation pattern. It is a pretty standard corrective structure. Once complete, I would expect a move back to new all-time highs for BTC. So ultimately, although we might see some volatility over the next couple of weeks and maybe a month or so, when it ends, we should be in a really strong place. A lot of weak hands shaken out, a lot of money transferred between participants, a lot of people accumulating, not just Bitcoin, but in the altcoin markets. And from there, I do expect us to see a fantastic parabolic run on the crypto market. You can let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. But hold on tight, because the Bitcoin bears might be wrong. Smart Money Concepts is hinting at a potential bullish breakout based on the price action. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So Smart Money Concepts, again, like Elliott Wave Theory, is showing us only short-term corrections here. It isn't actually showing us anything to be majorly concerned with. As you can kind of see here on our daily time frame for Smart Money Concepts, we have these major change of characterizations. You can see down here, okay, from our November 2022 lows, we had a change of characterization from bearish to bullish on the 13th of March. This was confirmed with a break of structure up here in July of 2023, okay, and then you can see an additional change of or break of structure to confirm everything was still bullish back in October of 2023. Since then, we have not seen any major changes to that structure, meaning that we remain in a bullish state of play from a Smart Money Concepts point of view. Now, we have obviously come back down to the fair value gap here on the price chart. We haven't completed it, we haven't filled out the gaps, and there's a few gaps to be kind of thinking about along with equilibrium here. But for the most part, just because the price action seems to have stalled out around the halving event, when we haven't seen those really big green candles to the upside, doesn't mean that the chart is bearish. In fact, taking a look at this, there are some short-term bearish markers here for Smart Money Concepts on the daily time frame. This small dotted line here is a change of characterization on the smaller time frames, indicating that we are short-term bearish for BTC. But on the daily time frame itself, we haven't got any major changes, indicating that we are remaining in our bullish macro upward trend, and that hasn't changed. We also can note on our daily time frame that we have a weak high. This is an indication that really price action would be able to quite easily and comfortably move into new all-time highs, considering the structures of the candles and ultimately the price action that's been building into this. So from a Smart Money Concepts point of view on the daily time frame for Bitcoin, absolutely nothing to worry about. It actually lines up very nicely with what Elliott Wave Theory is saying in terms of short-term corrections, not long-term issues. So do watch out for that space, because it does look like Smart Money Concepts and Elliott Wave Theory are showing the same signals, that everything is okay on a macro scale, but we only have to really worry about the smaller time frames and what might be happening over the next couple of months, after which we do expect a fantastic run to the upside. So guys, Bitcoin is in an interesting spot. We could see some great accumulation opportunities in the coming days, weeks, and months. And these are opportunities that I think you're not going to want to miss. Talking about opportunities, why don't you check out this video right here, where I'm talking about some potential opportunities for Cardano's ADA.